Nesting is the most anticipated feature for Path of Titans, and so far we don't know anything about it. So when it launches, what could it be like, and what do we know so far about it anyways? Today, I'm going over all of that. But firstly, let me know what is on your wish list for this feature. Now, while we don't know much about this feature so far, there are some things that we can decipher from past developer comments or previous game updates, where we can list out what technically we know so far for this feature. We know that alongside other features that are not in the game yet, like game modes, kill animations, and stuff like that, nesting is in the works, and it is coming. There will be different varieties of eggs and nest types, potentially for each dinosaur. This was confirmed by Jiggy in 2020 and is evident on the game's Trello board under the nesting category. You can see a nest with a variety of different egg colours in there, which means each dinosaur could have a different egg. You'll begin as a hatchling, hatching from an egg, then you proceed to grow up under the protection of your parent. There will be bonuses for dinosaurs that are rearing baby dinosaurs, and technically skins won't be inherited at all through nesting, but this was way back in 2020, so there could be a potential for a skin reward maybe to come out of this from nesting. Maybe. You will also be able to invite people to be your hatchling. This is outlined by the nesting feature on the Path of Titans Wikipedia page, and then there are some other stuff tying it into AI as well, which we'll go over shortly. Additionally, after the latest update for the game, which brought the Struthio TLC, there are now nest locations popped up all over the map, which we're actually going to be talking about right now. Now that's some of the older information that we know. There are some bigger stuff that we know that are confirmed, for example, nest sites in the game, because currently there are set nest sites on the map. These you can access by going to a variety of different locations, like whistling columns. However, these could tie into nesting. Ultimately, there's two ideas here. Two separate ideas, or maybe a mix of the both. These are set nest sites or making your own nests when it comes to nests in general. So let's start with the two nest site. This is currently the most likely theory because this is the current in practice theory that exists on the game that we have evidence for. Because on the main game currently, there are numerous set nesting sites that came alongside the Struthio update that was released in late May. This brought locations with physical nests. Nests that are visible across the whole of the map in set locations in biomes. It's better to tell you what biomes don't have these nest sites, and those are Impact Crater, Young Grove, Grand Plains, Whistling Columns, and Desolate Pass. I think it's Desolate Pass. It's Wilderness Peak. That's it, Wilderness Peak. Desolate Pass, I'm not sure if it has nests either. The idea is that you'd have to make a nest in one of these areas. The set nests will be the base for you to build a nest on, perhaps. But the other idea is how these placed nests turn into AI spawn points themselves. So technically, AI could be tied into those set spawn points, and we'll talk about that in the next section. But the other idea for nests in general is making your own nest. This is something that is showcased in both the Isle and Bisa Bermuda. You can make a nest anywhere. So in theory, Path of Titans should follow suit. The idea here is simple. You build a nest, and once it's built, you lay eggs and go from there. In Path of Titans, I feel like this will be heavily tied to the game's questing system, and of course, because of that system, it will be exemplified even further. Likely a quest would be to build a nest, collect resources and stuff like that. Then you'd get another quest to raise your young as well. But the freedom of building your own nest will mean you would be able to build them anywhere and everywhere in the current state. Now I think there's a problem with that, because I don't think people will be building nests in the like of Impact Crater, because that's already a massive hotspot, and I do feel like the devs will try and steer clear of that. And that's why the previous theory about set nesting sites seems more likely, because those massive hotspots don't have set nesting sites yet. Now we know AI could be involved in the nesting process, but how involved would they be in nesting? AI was hinted to be spawning in your nest. That's pretty much the title there. AI has previously been hinted by old comments from the developers. The main gist of this is that once AI come to the game, their inclusion in nesting wouldn't be limited to the usual idea of maybe they could use those nest sites. You know, that's the idea that I had. But it was mentioned in passing comments in the past that technically you could spawn an AI dinosaur through your clutch of eggs, through your nest pretty much. So one of them from that bunch could become an AI dinosaur. But realistically, that was an old comment. I don't know if that will still stand. We'd have to wait until both AI dinosaurs and nesting are in the game. The other idea for AI with nesting is that AI dinosaurs could use the dedicated nest zones on the map as spawn zones. So that could be where they are. Obviously, that means they'll be in lesser populated areas, which means they're keeping the population up for those areas. Additionally, the other thing that I was thinking, maybe certain biomes have different nest types. For example, you could have herbivore nests in whistling columns, or in burned forest or dried lake, more carnivore nests. The other thing was, you could maybe get a quest to raid an AI nest, or when you build your own nest, you could get a quest where an AI horde is coming to attack your nest and try and damage your nests, and you just have to protect your nest that way. But that's how AI could tie into nesting, and those are my hints and theories towards that. Now, of course, we go into nest building and what this could be like. This, in my eyes, could be something that we get, but additionally, we haven't heard much about this. Personally, as I mentioned before, this will be one of those things where you get quests, and it ties into the overhaul of the quest system. That's why they want it done first. You'd get stuff like collect these items, deliver these items to your nest, like a shopping list or to-do list, similar to that quest that's currently in Stego Mountain, where it tells you to go to a place, clear termites, go to another place, collect a bone, and then go to another place and deliver it. Like that, but with building a nest. This could be the case when it comes to nesting inside the game, since it's the core feature of the game, and the core system in the game is questing. And I do think nesting somehow will be involved with questing. Following on from that, you'd then get quests to tend for your young, and maybe achievements for how many of your young have made it to a set growth stage through guidance from you as an adult, tying into both the questing system and the upcoming achievement and metric system overall. And the other thing I wanted to quickly mention on is obviously something I mentioned previously. From old developer comments, we will not be getting skin inherits. This comes from a comment from Jiggy in 2020 that says this: skins won't be inherited from your parents, unfortunately. Kind of breaks the whole idea of unlocking skins through achievements and quests. However, there will be certain achievements earned through nesting people in, and in turn a possible skin reward for unlocking that achievement. Technically, they go on further to say that baby skins will be the skins that the babies have, and that will be the variety in terms of the skins. So how a baby skin in the game is not one set colour, you can get a pink baby or a green baby, but that's pretty much how the skins will turn out, and will be the only variation in skins when babies are nested in the game. However, could there be other changes that could rectify this? In my eyes, in my theories, there could be stuff where you could get a discount on a skin that your parents have. So say your parents have a melanistic or albino skin, maybe you'd get a small discount in marks going towards that skin. Or maybe you could get some of your parents' marks to give you an early boost in life. Or even, randomly, one of the abilities that your parents have unlocked will be automatically unlocked and applied to you as a baby. That could be also the other idea to get around the whole skin inherit thing, because I know of the game's current skin system, any rare hybridized skins from your parents will never come to the game, because it kind of ruins the uniqueness of using marks to buy skins and getting skins through quests and achievements. But that's pretty much that for my ideas on nesting, and a quick roundup about that, some theories and what we know roughly so far. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.